Watching this video, you are now ready to launch your 5-Minute Bark podcast episode. For the record, everybody, you can use this strategy for any podcast you're on, and I encourage you to do so. I want to first share what I've learned about being on podcasts, being on television, and how some people are extremely successful and some people aren't. If you're one of those people out there like me, myself, and everybody out there, you're trying to get on as many podcasts as you can to get the exposure. The difference between people that are having success with being on podcasts and televisions is they have a roadmap, they have a plan, and they have a strategy in place that allows for conversions. Because in the end, we are doing this either for charity or to make money. And I've talked to you about that before we recorded your episode. So today, first off, I want to go through this checklist here to help you. But please understand that you have to have a process in place in order to execute sales or build your tribe or get people to contribute to your charity or whatever you have. So first is we want to just make sure our page is incorrect. So review your promotional page, make sure all the links are working. Okay, we've kind of gone through that together, but just in case, do a 1, 2, 3 double check. Make sure all the links are working. Make sure all the pictures are correct. Make sure the actual episode is playing. Make sure the iTunes link is working. So it's going directly to iTunes. So if you have an iPhone and you go and click on it, it should go straight to the podcast app, etc. Okay, so now that you've done that, you've made sure your page is perfect. Okay, make sure you check for spelling errors. Make sure the clarity of your content is super certain and clear. All this work that I've made you do is for a massive, important reason. Is so we can get people to listen to your episode, for one. All right, the headline and subheadline are going to draw them into listening. And two, the rest of the content is going to help them learn a little bit more about you. So we've put some testimonials on there so they can have some examples, some strategies on how they can implement today. And we even gave them an offer and an offer link. So there's a lot of different things on this page that essentially model a sales letter. If you go on the internet and you find successful websites that have sales letter processes on it, we've tried to follow that as much as possible in a listener environment. So if you do not have 100% confidence in your system, you can always go in there and change it and add it at any time. So let's move on into the strategy. Once you have everything all set, there's facts I want to share with you here today. Video marketing really, really works. It gets people's attention. Here are some stats I've found here. Accounts for 69% of all the consumer traffic. Websites with videos can lead to 100% more conversions. If you're on mobile, it's much easier to watch a video. Okay, they can be compelling, inspiring, especially when they're put to music. So if you had purchased the trailer, I believe you're going to get 10 times more conversions, because if you use that video, and I repeat, use that video to your advantage, you will get the results you want. I've had so many guests that have come on and they've paid for the marketing videos, and it forced them to use them to promote themselves, then therefore lead them into the listening of the podcast. It just changes things. They get sales, they get what they want out of it. And that's the whole sole reason why I've created all of this, is so you can get the conversions. So with that in mind, I want to point out now that when you post these videos or episodes, audio episodes, to Facebook, please include some sort of captive headline or subheadline or description with them. So in your thing, you've already kind of created that, and then you're going to post the link to your page. And that's going to populate with an image and your headline and so on and so forth. But you have to have some sort of lead in. And I also encourage you to get 4 or 5 people that will share your episode. Okay? Make sure that they will share it. Now, when they share this episode, please make sure that they share it with a comment that's valid. One that actually explains something that's happening in that video. I'm going to give you an example. If you go to a business meeting, right, or a business networking group, and you start talking to somebody, and somebody comes by and they hear what you're saying, they're not just going to go over and grab their friend and bring them over without explaining what they're going to be grabbed and brought over for. So Facebook acts the same way. It wants you to be just like a human being in real world, but in a digital action, explain what you're sharing. So if somebody or your friends are going to share it, make sure they explain with comments or text of some sort what they're sharing so that people can now go click the link, go over and see the videos, see the pages, listen to your episode. It will make a massive difference. So one more thing you need to point out is make sure that people are commenting. Make sure that you have 4 or 5 people that are helping you with this. Make sure you reply to the comments. Make sure you reply to the likes. Thank you for liking my episode. What part did you like the best? All of that interaction, think of yourself in a real life situation, but in a digital situation. So if you do not go over and comment and like, Facebook is not going to elevate that up higher on everybody's timeline. If there's no action or conversation going on, they're not going to keep that elevated. If you notice, you always see somebody's post is always high up in your feed. It's because there's lots of interaction on it and they want to encourage interaction in that way. So if you just post and leave it alone and just hope everybody's going to like it, it's not going to happen. The reality is it's not going to happen unless you already are a massive influencer. So if you're trying to build your influence, you have to initiate that. You have to be there and listen, like, respond, react, ask questions, all these things to kind of push that. And that'll go from 150 views to upwards to 3,000 to 4,000 to 5,000 views if you can keep this going. There's a massive difference in what happens when you share in the right ways on social media. So I wanted to point all that out for you guys here today. It's very, very important to look at that. And I want to kind of show you guys somebody that did a video. Let's see. Where's that video? And okay, go to this page. Okay, here we go. So this is a example of somebody who is successful in having the interaction that you need. So this person got 1,844 views. This is not somebody that's popular by any means. It's just a regular Joe. So you can see the comments and how the interactions are happening here. This is like amazing. This is totally doable for you. So you see how there's back and forth comments. She's replying. So proud of you. You don't look nervous at all. Well done. All of this is just interaction as though we're in a room talking. And you see that she's replying to most of them here. All right. Beautiful and natural. Wow, you are fabulous. All of this leads to more views than you can ever imagine. This is one simple person just going through. All right. Keep going, keep going. You'll notice the days go by too. It's several days that this happens here. All the way through. More and more comments. They just keep on going. So if you notice that, that's a big difference. And I hope you take advantage of that. And let's pause that. So getting back to this, everybody, please understand that the launch has to be nurtured. It has to be taken serious. Share your page. Your page has all the great things that you need to give a person. Offer links, value steps, action, testimonials, credibility. All that stuff's on that page for you. It's all done for you. And you can essentially take all of that and use it on other podcasts. It's your information to use and share. You can use it on your Facebook, your websites. All that content is essential information for helping you grow your tribe and in the end, make money. So in short, get 5 or 6 people to help you share, like, and comment. When you see the comments come up, make sure you reply. If somebody likes, say thank you for the like. Ask questions. Keep the conversation going as long as you can. And don't be afraid to share and reshare and share and reshare because it's evergreen. It's something it doesn't have a date on it. So you can continue to share. Different people will see it every time. Put this on your website. Put this on anywhere. Let people see these videos, let people see these pages, and you will get the success you need. Thank you for listening, and thanks you for being on the 5 Minute Bark podcast. Any questions, reach out to me, 858-699-6240, or you can email me at dennis@codydog.com.